Hey guys, what's up? It's Bahoth and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be playing some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. And today we are going to continue case number 2, which I thought was going to be a very straightforward robbery case, but turned into a robbery/murder case. So the stick plottens, and we are going to get to the bottom of it, hopefully today. And hello, Jason. Thank you for being so early all the time. Alright, so let me load Twitch first so that I can read everybody's comments. And let's go. Yeah, I see you when you like post stuff. Okay, I remember I was super lost. Yeah, this one. Man, I don't know what else we need to do. Let's go to main exhibit. Oh. Let's move to the... Damn it. Let's go to the CEO's office. Let's present. I'm not sure if I presented profiles to Gumshoe, so we're gonna do that right now. Who do I want? The CEO, I think. Hello, Burahil. Thank you for joining the stream. Well, I forgot there's a chat in Streamlabs. I'll watch a bit and announce stuff. Okay. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbling like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick. Now is our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. I thought he was gonna give us more information about... Okay, let's talk to him. The victim. There we go. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KV Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, a company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Hello, Ironhammer. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh? And? And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. What the heck, Maya? Let me go already. Apparently, it was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. So, corporate espionage. Ooh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah, oh, KD Security used to have security operations against Mask Star the Mask. What? Really? Bless Maya indeed. Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Okay. So let's try. Let's go to the main exhibition hall, and then let's try the detention center again. Because we still have not interviewed Ron. We're trying to unlock it. Okay, we unlocked it. Wait, no? Is it? Okay, awesome, awesome. We did the right thing. Ah, Mr. Wright. Mr. Delight. Did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but Please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see, Phoenix. On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Oh, okay. Mask Star the Mask. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Mask Star the Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Hate this guy. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Mask Star the Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. The night of the crime. Hope everyone is doing well. Hello, tiny moving parts. Yes, it is Monocle Man again. We are not rid of him yet. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Of course, because we know that Ron is innocent. Someone? Oh, what? That was totally the outline of Luke Acme, right? Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! So this is like that... This is... If that was Luke Acme, this is looking like that... Edgeworth case where there were two murders at the same time, and they were like 20 minutes apart from each other because one was in the what is it, the district attorney's basement parking, and the other was in the police station. If people were around for that stream. Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. Ew! The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with his body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Hello, Commander. Fun fact, in the original GBA version, the outline wasn't discernible. But when they ported it over to the DSPC, the outline became obvious, so that ruined the suspense. Oh, I see. I would hate to die looking like that. I would also hate to die looking like that. Yes, that's right. So, shout out to the Filipinos in chat who have a very nice long weekend ahead of them because tomorrow is a holiday in the Philippines. Tongue out, lol. I know I was gonna say I would die if I died looking like that, but that doesn't make sense. Also, has anybody tried the... I have been asking everybody about this since I saw it. The McDonald's Korean chicken and Korean beef burger. Along with the honey butter fries and then the strawberry Strawberry mango sundae. Hello, Tchaikovsky. Hello, everyone. Hope you have a nice stream. Thank you so much, Tchaikovsky. Tomorrow is a holiday. Is it Friday tomorrow already? Yes. Yes, it is. Tomorrow is a Friday. I do forget sometimes. I just try to remember, like, the only ways I can determine, like, what is a Tuesday, what is a Thursday, what is a Sunday is, do I have to stream today? And if I do, it's probably one of those days. Oh, my post. I know, like the entire day, Tiny Moving Parts, I was asking people, like, did you try it? What did you think about it? And so I was getting like all of these different answers about the chicken burger and then the beef burger. Tomorrow is Araw ng Kagitingan, Jason. So I think Day of Valor. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kinda sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Why you were fired? Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KD Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Thank goodness. No, But I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? The McDonald's Korean burger isn't that bad. The honey fries isn't to my taste. Sweet and salty as the fries. Ketchup is way better for dipping in sundae. Did you get the sundae as well, Tiny Moving Parts? Like, I know I asked you about the fries, but I didn't ask you about the sundae. So I just got the chicken burger and I got the fries and I put more salt. Because I don't like eating like too sweet things. I like the chicken burger. I like the combo of the chicken burger and the honey butter fries. Would I order the chicken burger again? Probably not. And I wouldn't eat the honey butter fries on their own because they are... I mean, they're too sweet and they're like... I would get sick of it super fast. Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. The wasabi aftertaste is weird. I think they put gochujang paste, which is naturally quite spicy. It's what makes it a Korean chicken burger. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? So this is probably because he wants to maintain the kind of lifestyle that Desi is used to. There. Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least, that's what I thought anyway. So I became Mask Star the Mask for Desiree, huh? Okay. Let's show him some of our evidence. Camera data. This. So, was this blackmail letter written by KB Security CEO Kane Bullard? I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a key card. And the blackmail letter said to meet at KB Security. Hello, Glide. Thank you for joining the stream. Guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter then. Let's ask about the wallet. I took out my wallet to open the door with the key card. So is that when you dropped it? I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth earlier. Yeah, dude, this would have made our jobs a whole lot easier. Speaking of knowing what day it is, having a work-from-home job in ECQ feels like every day is work day. That is true. And then the assumption is we're all at home anyway, so you can be contacted by work anytime, any day, so it feels like there's no real rest day for us. And I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. And because of that, burnout is way more common. Let's ask about the office keycard. Okay, so chat, I heard that this is not going to be too long of a case, I think. Like, there is the investigation day, and then there's the trial day. And the investigation shouldn't take way too long. And then I'm not sure how long the trial is, but I'm going to try and finish case number 2 today in one stream. Let's see how it goes. I might eat my words later on, but I'm really gonna try and do it because I feel like we've been doing case number 2 forever, and I am not the biggest fan. I don't like Ron. I know I'm so choosy. I'm so nitpicky. I'm so sorry. Like, Ron is not my favorite suspect. You know, our client in this case, because we are Phoenix. Having no holidays is more meh. But we'll live well. We will have to. What are you still doing with this key card anyway? Didn't you return it when you left your job at KV Security? Of course I returned it. Don't be silly. Let's get rid of Mr. Monocle Man once and for all. I will do the Roman Reigns, like, charging of my gauntlet for that. Let's just get Ron frickin' acquitted tonight. But it got sent back to me along with the blackmail letter. With the blackmail letter? Yes, it said, use this to enter the CEO's office. Okay, let's present more stuff. Publicity photo. Oh! I didn't know Mask Star the Mask had become so famous. Yeah, I actually bought this publicity photo. Really? Well, I'd be happy to sign it if you like. I'll even add behind bars. At least he's being optimistic about things. Optimistic about his notoriety. Yes! Please, please! It looks like Ron has totally forgotten about what happened at the trial today. And he was declared not guilty of being Mask Star the Mask. The brooch. Okay, doesn't know about it. Next, autopsy report. Nothing about the autopsy report. The newspaper clipping. Hey! There's an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. That's totally Ron, I feel. But Mask Star the Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask Star the Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow, awesome! Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo, is this you, Mr. Delight? Hehe. That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. About first size guard in photo is Ron Delight. But as you might expect, Detective Atme found a disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Hello, Fat Dennis, and here is your poke of Dr. Snorlax. I am happy when people ask me to poke him because he feels quite sad that the chair takes up, like, all his space. Remember when I didn't have the chair and you could see, like, way more of Dr. Snorlax? Poke, indeed. I look forward to, like, redeeming the poke reward. Detective Atme found a Mask Star the Mask disguise? That's interesting. Dr. Snorlax needs a spotlight. He does. If I had more space, guys, or a bigger room, I would totally like have like a stool over here for Dr. Snorlax. Thank you, tiny moving parts. Yes, and I heard that he brought home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? A nightlight, perhaps. Perhaps. Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Ooh, got serious. Blackmail letters? More than one, plural. You got them starting when? Tell me more. Now. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. It makes a terrible racket. Hee hee. Sorry, I just love making a lot of noise. Screen cap. Does this buzzer have something to do with this case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it or anything else for that matter. Kane's list? This list? We found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey! This is a list of all the things Mask Star the Mask stole! And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. And last, the buzzer record. The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed. Ooh, that's scary. Hello, Panda. Thank you for joining the stream. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? Okay, so that is all of it. Let's present profiles. Let's ask him about Kane. Who, if I'm not mistaken, was in the WWE, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame just 2 days ago, which is pretty awesome for people who grew up fans of the Big Red Machine. Mr. Bullard, my old boss, it's so sad. Do you have any idea what might have happened? Was there anyone that might have wanted him dead? Oh yeah, sure. Mr. Bullard was the type of guy who made lots of enemies. That's great. He did lots of threatening things to people. Wait, do you mean he scared people or that he threatened them with blackmail? Well, I guess they're kind of the same, right? Okay. That's all we need to know. Let's ask him about the blackmail letter. This blackmail letter, is this the first one you got? Hello, Just Greg. Thank you for joining the stream. No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific occasion. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So, someone found out about your true identity? Just like that? Yes, it is my first playthrough. I didn't grow up with these games. I didn't have a DS, so... once they were ported to the PC, my friend Anton got me a copy to force me to play it, so now I am playing through it. Hello, Heartbreak! I'm doing well, looking forward to the long weekend. Kind of, even though I will have to spend it checking papers. Oh, because you're always on the stream and stuff, so I thought I'd say thanks by making you a VIP. It's not easy being a master thief, you know. Welcome to the Diamond Club. I've got proof that it was you, so give up! It went on to say. This game is awesome, hope you have fun with it. Thank you, well, I mean, this is the third game, so I've been enjoying it so far, thank you. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. You're very welcome, Heartbreak. I mean, thank you so much for always being present on the streams and being so active and stuff in chat. I also appreciate that. Okay. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? Aw, I'm glad that you enjoyed the Diamond Heartbreak. Wild Rift is exhausting. Is that all you've been playing, Panda? This third is pretty much the best in the trilogy. Yes, that is what everybody has been telling me. So I'm really excited about the other cases in this series. This one is just okay for me so far. Maybe when we actually solve the murder, my opinion will change. But so far, this is just an okay case for me. Someone induct Heartbreak to the Hall of Fame 2021. Yes, long weekend for checking sounds super familiar. At least you are done with it and you don't have to worry about it for a couple more weeks. If you ask me, it's the best in the series. That is also what a lot of people have told me. So having you co-sign that just makes me more excited about the future cases. That is all I can do without going outside. Aww, Panda. Okay, so let's... Is he hiding anything? Okay, no, he is not hiding anything, and he shouldn't, because we are trying to get his ass off the hook. Alright, so let's... What else can we present? If only I have a PC. What other game... Like, what do you use to play, Panda? Big part of it is my favorite Coffee Maniac. I do love Godot. I only saw him because my sisters played the games on their DS, and I was just like watching very jealously. And I remember this cool looking lawyer dude with the visor, always drinking the coffee. So he kind of stuck in my mind. And when I finally got to meet Godot, it was super cool. I really enjoyed that. I hope it doesn't tilt you too much. I remember it's what eventually made me stop MOBAs in general. Oh no, MOBAs. Godot is he is heart eyes for me. Like, I think when we all finally saw Godot during the first day of the trial, we were all like heart eyes when he popped on screen. I mainly play before COVID at the comp shop. I see, here at my place. Been playing there since 2010. Godot is both heart and... Okay. Let's... Do you have anything else to present? We have presented most things, I think. Someone here mentioned MOBAs. Hello, esports homies. It really does tilt me so hard. I was watching... a while back, I was watching an interview with the team psychologist of Astralis' CSGO team. And I think everybody knows about the story behind Astralis' CSGO team. Like, they were nothing, and then they hired a sports psychologist, and then they became champions. And they were talking about tilt, like what do you do when you start to tilt? And I remember a lot of the suggestions were pretty helpful. Godot should be deity. Change my mind. Godot should be a fighting game character. Is he not in MVC in any of the Marvel vs. Capcom games? Because I know Phoenix is there, right? And is Edgeworth there? Godot should definitely be there. I just finished like a 30-minute, and the only reason why we lost is the FA Dar tried to 1v5. Oh my god. Also a reason why I kinda quit Dota. This is why, guys, I just watch Dota. I just watch League. I cannot deal with MOBAs. I just prefer high-skilled people playing them for my enjoyment and also for a lot of money. That's when I watch my MOBAs. I don't play them. I kind of want to get into watching more esports these days rather than participating in the esports themselves. Same! I would totally recommend. Depends on the esports that you like. I really got into CSGO lately. I don't play CSGO myself because I am terrible at all these kinds of games, which is why I play things like Ace Attorney. But competitive CSGO... Oh, thank you for the follow, Greg! CSGO at a very high competitive level is so cool to watch. And high-tier Dota is also cool. We just finished the Singapore Major a couple of days ago. I really enjoyed that. First LAN during the COVID period. That was really cool. Hello, Tuchirai. Only Phoenix is in MVC3. So sad. I think like they should put more Phoenix Wright or Ace Attorney characters there. Only Phoenix, and he only appeared in one game. Phoenix has Godot's suit, but that's it. Phoenix Wright, playable, Maya, and Judge is there. It's alright to be a watcher most of the time. Joining is just for the experience. I feel like I cannot be good at a MOBA anymore. Like my time has passed. And I'll be the first to admit it. Hello, Googs. Thank you for joining the stream. Back then, I understand how pros play the game, but now, holy jeebus, I can't understand what's happening in the current state of all regions. Caster from CSGO is top notch. I really like the CSGO casters. I find them super enjoyable in general, but I only watch like the ESLs and the WePlays and the stuff produced by those groups. Same, I quit Dota. All the days spent in comp shops, the betting, the shouting, the instant noodles became too intense. Man. I have not played Dota in a comp shop, but I remember when my friends and I were super into Overwatch. Like super into Overwatch. We spent Christmas Day, like we all agreed to meet up Christmas Day in Mineski near our houses so that all of us could play together with good ping. That it was at that level. It was at that level of obsession with Overwatch. Kinda remember the last tournament we entered, we almost cried on the last play, last chance. That was Overwatch. Oh, by the way, chat, Jason and his team won that tournament that he's talking about because he was such a good tank. Overwatch esports gets really interesting if you watch analysis vids. So many micro plays that many miss, but very impactful. I really like Overwatch, but I couldn't. Like, it's very hard to follow as an esport because, just as you said, Borohill, like lots of things are happening all at once, so it's so confusing. But it's the micro plays that actually lead up to very big team fights that end up either winning you or losing you the game. Comp shop experience is best experience. It is, and it came to a point, like before COVID, it came to a point that there was a comp shop near my university where I would go and play. They knew me by name. Well, they knew me by my username. So when I walked in, they would say, "Hi, ma'am," and then like they'd say my username, and then they'd know how much I was gonna top up because I was there all the time. But I appreciated that relationship because with the people in the comp shop, because they took care of me. They were always so nice to me. They would tell me like where the best places to sit were. So I really miss that kind of experience being in a computer shop. "12 hours, man." Oh, although some of my friends have said that they sleep in comp shops because it's safer to sleep in the comp shop than to commute at in the wee hours at like midnight to around 6 a.m. They'll just pay for a seat and then just sleep in the comp shop. Bahoth saying time has passed, making us feel so old now. No, guys, come on, come on. Is there a VOD for the first case? I don't think it's still up because I did play it maybe like 3 weeks ago, and you can only save VODs for up to 2 weeks on Twitch. So I don't think so. I'm so sorry, Greg. Alright, let's move the case along a bit and I'll get back to everybody's comments. I hope everybody's reliving their comp shop or PC Bang experiences because I do miss those and I do have lots of fond memories hanging out in comp shops. But I also have a lot of terrible memories hanging out in comp shops, mostly because of the bathrooms. If ever I get out of here, me and Desi will go to Lordly Taylor to check out the whole Treasures of Korra Inn exhibit. Okay, I guess. Just promise me you won't steal anything, okay? Oh, don't worry. We'd be going when I'm not on the job as Mask Star to Mask. Well, that's reassuring. Okay, I think that's all. We've presented all of these things before, so I don't think they'd register again. It was an experience after high school, even during college. I have a friend, shout out to my friend, okay, I won't say his name, but he almost got kicked out of high school because he was spending all his time playing Counter-Strike in computer shops and yeah. Specifically Mineski. And Blue Skies, I think. I joined several tournaments. Did you win your first tournament? But after the Assassin meta was released, I was having the time of my life. Okay. Imagine me holding shield as Ryan with 200% anxiety. I feel that. I mean, I don't play Ryan, but sometimes holding onto a massive ult that is game-changing. I mean, all of them are game-changing. But knowing that you can affect the game so much with your ult, I feel that. Mineski Tap, so many memories. Watching the shield health go down, that is intense. I always get nervous as a regular tank. Speaking of Heartbreak, we have not played Overwatch together yet. So we should do that sometime. Mineski sucks IMO, mainly because the employees weren't friendly. Lucky I got busy during college. I was a Dota addict during high school. I think a lot of people were. I mean, especially here in Southeast Asia, it was totally a thing, I think. I was a regular and at comp shop too. It was great. I'm glad people have fond memories. Well, I mean good and bad memories. Bathrooms and headset smell. I am lucky I did not experience like headset smell, but bathrooms are definitely like I'm so particular about bathrooms. Like if a bathroom is gross, I will hold it in. If I'm playing for 3 hours, I will hold it in and refuse to use the bathroom. Unless it's absolutely necessary. And there was one time when I was playing in Mineski and the bathroom was just clogged up because someone just clogged it up and they were like, don't go in, don't use the bathroom. And it would suck if the only available computers that day were the ones near the bathroom and the toilet was clogged. You could smell you could smell it. That was not great at all. I do remember queuing with Bahoth while she was in a comp shop. Her mic was noisy as heck. Aww. Now, we don't do that anymore. Mainly because we don't have to do that anymore. And also we can't. Okay, I see, but Twitch lets you save the highlights. I don't really save highlights. I don't know why. I just don't. Same high school was comp shop days, but college it was more of a Friday night thing for myself and my team before training. I should really try saving highlights, maybe. Like maybe for future streams, I guess. I didn't really catch that. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Okay, I don't think we need any of these anymore, so let's move to... Ooh. Oh, shit. So there is something that bugs me here because we were able to talk to Adrian and she has 2 Psyche locks that I still haven't been able to unlock, and I don't think we have all the information yet, so we still have to investigate, but I'm not sure where else we could go. Let's try Gumshoe. Actually, let's go to the detective agency again. Okay, nothing is here. Maybe we can talk to Gumshoe about what we know now. Ooh, he cannot help us with the evidence. Main exhibition hall. Basement. Talk to Adrian. We still don't know what that is. And she wouldn't be interested in the murder information. Okay, I remember. Okay. Let's see what her Psyche locks are again. So I'm just gonna... I won't save anymore. I'm just gonna ask about it. Okay, chat. I've done this twice already. I think the last time we streamed, so I'm not gonna read the dialogue anymore. I'm just gonna cut to I'm just gonna rush through until I get the question that I need to hear. Okay, it's about the urn. The fake. Okay. The urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine. And we presented this. I don't know what this is. I don't know if we have this data, this evidence yet. So we will not take a chance and just move elsewhere. Once again, I am stumped. Okay, we can't... There's really nothing to do back at the office. Basement warehouse, that's where Adrian is. Acme Detective Agency, we've been there. CO's office is Gumshoe. Even if we examine things, I think we've examined pretty much everything at this point. Okay, so we asked about that already, but I forgot. Let's go to the security office again. Security room. Man, I hate talking to Larry. Emergency buzzer. Let's ask him about some of the profiles. Let's ask him about Ron, I guess. Where's Ron? There's Ron. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, that's his response. Okay. Okay, so we did ask about this already. I'm gonna take preemptive action and save the bots for myself. Well, thank you. Thank you, Greg. Alright, so let's leave. I am seriously drawing a blank, so... Okay, Okay, a lot of chat about comp shops. Funny enough, if ever the time comes that I have a good PC rig, I still will be visiting my go-to shop, mainly because of my relationship with the employees and some loyal customers there. I don't know, but these were the hardest parts of Phoenix Wright for me, the investigation parts. They are. Like, sometimes it's very clear what you're supposed to do next, but right now, I don't know what else I have to do. So I am just... The CEO getting the lower quality security to save on wages got him killed. That is the irony here. Hello, Marxistentialist. We presented... I think... Obviously, I'm missing something. But what? Okay. Okay. Let's... I think we forgot to do something. So, let's go to the main exhibit hall. Our office. We want to go to the detention center again. I am such an idiot. Sorry, chat. You have to put up with me. And I am thankful that you do. What are these plans you're talking about? There were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planned the heists wasn't you? Okay, try examining the basement. Aha! She has earned enough points to transform Dr. Snorlax. Okay, guys. Why would you transform him? He is so cuddly and adorable, just as he is. Not gonna lie, I had to bring up game facts for these portions of the investigation. I really tried presenting everything. Sometimes it's really the things that I... Like, simple things like that. Like, I asked about... Like, we heard about heist plans, and I didn't go back to the conversation tree, so... I missed it. Dang, I did not notice that. The irony. I did not put it together either, so thank you, Marxistentialist. Present Kane Bullard to Gumshoe. If you haven't, we did that at the start of this stream. The save highlights trick so you can save your VODs in Twitch like it's YouTube. Oh! I didn't know that, but like... I generally don't because I'm not sure who would want to watch the VODs anyway. Net is slow af, so I might go in and out of the stream. Don't use PLDT googs. Or save on YouTube, I guess you don't use copyright music anyway. You use a site to download VODs. I don't know what site is commonly used by well-known streamers. I just search like download Twitch video. And there he is. He is no longer Dr. Snorlax. He is now Master Ditto. The ISPs here have been quite spotty lately. I hope it gets better soon. I was actually worried about the stream. Because I was like, oh, I'm not sure. Like, yesterday I was playing Overwatch, but I was getting DC'd quite a lot. So I thought that I wouldn't be able to stream, or it would be like a shitty stream today, but hope it's been holding up pretty good. I hope it stays that way. Now you know you can save VODs. Go streamer girl. Yeah, but like I'm not sure who would want to watch the VODs anyway, so I don't save them. I would watch it. Aw, that's very nice of you, Greg. Where are you from, Greg? I'm currently not at my own house. I have no control on the ISP choice. I see. A couple few, I guess. No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. I'm in Europe. Wow. What time is it there? It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. Oh fuck, is there like a psyche lock? So Ron Delight was Mask Star to Mask after all? 5 PM, that is not bad. But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans, too? If ever you will download your VODs and upload it on YouTube, set it to private first and wait for a couple of hours. YouTube will look at it for any copyright or DMCA content. Okay, thank you, Panda. Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please, don't tell Desi, okay? From the mass second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes? But please, don't hurt me. How can we hurt him? DMCA. Usually the background music will get copyright, but will they copyright this background music? It's hardly anything. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. Why? That's so gross too. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did. So I turned myself in yesterday. I hope not. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? Point. Some games aren't DMCA free too. What would come to mind immediately would be Life is Strange, because that has a lot of copyrighted music. I hate Ron Delight. I hate him too, honestly. He is not a favorite client of mine to defend. Might link the VOD downloader thing out in the Discord. Okay. Thank you, Jason. I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Mystic Maya! I am guessing this is Pearl because of how it's phrased. Hey! Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Kuririn Village to have it examined. And? What did you find out? I think Life is Strange has a streamer mode in which it disables CMCA stuff. I think Cyberpunk also has that, so you don't get into trouble when you stream it. Pearl. She is so cute. Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Whew. That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Games nowadays have streamer mode. A good example is, like I said, Cyberpunk 2077. Just shout instead of the background music comes. I would feel bad for your ears. And actually, I just want to apologize for people who've been following me since like the start when I was still streaming. When I streamed, what was that? Like the early parts of Hades, and I know I was screaming a lot. So I apologize to people's eardrums for that. But I think that over time I've gotten a bit better about it. Yeah, I heard you can talk over the DMCA music to stop them from muting your videos. Oh! I like how people are finding ways around it. What is the small problem? Problem? These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's pink and that they were put on the urn recently. As a long-time watcher, the screaming is okay. I would, you know what? I feel like I would scream louder if I wasn't sharing this house with other people. Like if it was just me and my room was soundproof, I would just scream more. So it's also good practice living with people. Following since you exclusively streamed Overwatch. Aw, thank you, Mark Existentialist. I was thinking of streaming Overwatch again, but it wouldn't be a lot of talking. It would just probably be me playing Overwatch and some music in the background. T pose. The Hades screaming is fun though. How did we get here? Where did what is here, Greg? Screaming? What's screaming? You did not watch my early Hades playthroughs, Googs. It was very bad. Like it was just like full on screaming. Would like to hear your playlist though. So people will have to like enlighten me on this, but what how does that work? Like if I play like if I play music while I'm streaming, you guys will hear what I'm streaming, but in the VOD it will be muted. Is that how it works? I have a lot of playlists. Like making playlists was like is one of my favorite pastimes, specifically making playlists for people and for myself. I love that stuff. That's an extension. I see. You can lower the volume of the music. Okay. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick. We've got to find out how they got there. Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. But please, don't forget about me. Found in Atme's office covered in pink splotches, but it's a genuine article, so we will go back to Adrian Andrews and show her the sacred urn. Let's present. Can we talk? Okay, let's read it because it didn't appear like usually when the client knows something, when the person you're talking to knows something about the piece of evidence, it pops up in a little window. It didn't do that, but he might say something interesting. For certain songs, yeah, shut up, Ron, bad. I don't know if opium songs are DMCA-able. That is also what I was thinking, like play Filipino music or play music in different languages to bypass DMCA, because I feel like DMCA primarily targets English language music, but I'm not so sure. Indie music has a lower chance of DMCA. That is also true. And there are some artists who say if you keep my music in the background when you have Twitch streams, that's fine. I know there's a Twitter account exclusively for that kind of music. Up until now, Mask Star the Mask has gone after famous works of art or treasures. Why did he suddenly decide to steal this plain-looking urn that nobody would want? That's rude. You make it sound like you had nothing to do with the theft. Well, it wasn't me that chose to steal this urn. Okay, I think that is it, so yeah, let's go to Adrian. Okay, now things seem to be moving along. And exhibit all. Let's unlock at least one of these Psyche Lux. Well, I have a DJ friend who streams, and even if he plays like Korean R&B and other not really well-known songs, he gets hit with DCMA 2. I see. Wait, is it DC? Guys, digital music, right? So DMCA. Hello, Arg. We are still investigating the murder from last time. Huh, so what if it's instrumental music? Like there are artists that just do, like the math rock people, they just do a lot of instrumental music. Will that get hit with DMCA? They also confuse me. Like sometimes I'm not sure if it's DCMA or DMCA, but I think it's DMCA because it's Digital Music Copyright Act, whatever, agency. They are very confusing acronyms. But what I know, PH doesn't have DMCA. DMCA only exists on some picked countries. Yeah, but Twitch is a global service regardless, so I think it's still, they would still like mute the audio on your stream. Some playlists have DMCA free stuff, just look around Spotify. That is true. And I actually did but the music is just okay. Like, it's not what I would want to listen to when I'm actually playing. You'll be witnessing the permanent death of Monocle Man. So what did you manage to uncover so far? What did we uncover so far, guys? Oh, we finally talked to Ron the Light. He was not a delight to talk to. And I think I've made it pretty clear he's not my favorite client either. But we found out that he was actually being blackmailed to carry out the heist. So in a way, he was Mask Star the Mask. But the intent behind it, the way he executed all of these heists, that was those were instructions to him by someone else who we don't know yet. We're trying to break Adrian's psyche locks. That is what we're just about to do. How does Dart's nose die? I don't think he dies. I don't think. Well, I'm not sure. I don't think. Wait, who's Dart? Do you mean like at me? Okay. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. He is the mask. There's no work around. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Okay, so let's examine first. I'm just checking all the clickables. The computer. Baby Maya. Normally music from games created by the studio are DMCA free. Good example is the album from Cyberpunk 2077, Hades and Doom. Just gotta give them credit. No, we are not ready for Baby Maya. This is the camera and computer that Detective Atney set up, huh? That's what he said. And yet, he still let it take a picture of him. I guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be. The camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. So then why would Mask Star the Mask allow that to happen? Paint the box. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Has pink paint stains on it. I like how there's just a label on the top of the box that says the sacred urn. Did anybody catch that? Also, given that Adrian's psyche was never too stable in the first place, I'm surprised that Bahoth still hasn't broken her psyche locks. Well, that is because we need the evidence first in order to be able to unlock her psyche locks properly, and we just got that. So we have to look around a second time and make sure that we sweep the place, and then we'll unlock Adrian's psyche locks. Detective Atney said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief. But that was obviously a lie. Because it turned out that Atney was the real thief. It's still hard to believe. Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm going to take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was bent in the first place. Please be gentle with it. Okay, let's... Oh, not that. The burr sign. It looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. Aha! I've got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like, maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? I kinda doubt it. Aha! I've got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, that's normal for you. That's what people say every time I start talking about food on the stream. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti.
Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think?
Okay to me. Besides burrito, did someone say food? Yes. They are talking about burgers and spaghetti, and we did start the stream talking about the McDonald's Korean chicken burger. Ned spam. Dynamite is good. Man, that makes me actually want a burrito right now. I don't remember when the last time I had a good burrito was. But I kind of want a steak burrito. with just like everything on it, like the guacamole and the salsa and the sour cream and cheese and the rice and the refried beans. And then you squeeze a lime over it. Oh, so good. Like a steak burrito or a chicken burrito. I'm very hungry. Hello, Jolly. Yes, Nico is life. Nico is, of course, for everybody who doesn't speak Japanese, Nico means meat. I haven't eaten or seen a burrito IRL. There is still a whole lot of time, a whole lot of life left for you to see and eat a burrito in real life, Panda. Don't worry about it. Oh god, just name drop everything. I'm starving again. I am also quite hungry. Even though I did have that McDonald's burger and then the Shake Shake fries earlier. Okay to me, besides spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Oh, I want it to slide. Okay, the pink paint. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint, Mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink.
So, the box must have been on the ground. Like the Sacred Urn box must have been on the ground when the paint was spilled. That's why it's oddly shaped, and that's why it's pink. I want this one from a place called Buen Comer. It has amazing kare-kare burrito. I love Buen Comer. And my favorite is their steak pilaf because that is so good, so sinful. It's not a burrito, but that is my favorite thing from that restaurant.
Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is...
How can you eat a burrito? Those things are massive. Okay, I have like an infamously small stomach. So when I eat things, especially like something like a burrito, that is probably 2 to 3 meals for me depending on how big the burrito actually is. And people, like a lot of my close friends, either really love that about me or they really hate that about me. And I'll explain why. Because they can't understand how things that they can eat in one sitting take me forever to finish on my own. But at the same time, they also benefit from it because if, let's say I'm eating a burrito, I can't finish it, I'll probably give it to my friends. So they get a free meal out of it. AOT manga ended today. Yeah, that's right. And I heard that it was just okay. Like, I'm not super invested in Attack on Titan, but a lot of my friends who do read Attack on Titan, like the manga, and follow the anime, they said that it was a very weird way to end it. And they weren't super satisfied by the ending, but I guess you can't satisfy everybody, right? Just randomly drop that here. I want this. Oh, okay. Yes, the steak from Buen Comer is chef's kiss. I tried sisig burrito once. I love it. That sounds so sinful.
Ah, that's the box the Sacred Urn was in.
If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches.
Okay, so that explains where the box was and why it's pink, why the urn is pink.
What is it, Mr. Nick?
This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. completely dry. The box of the sacred urn fits in the gap perfectly. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Okay, that's great, but there's also the matter of the murder that we also have to figure out. It's meh, but the thing about it is, what is the fan's definition of a satisfying ending? See, that is the case too. Like, I think satisfying, and this is gonna be subjective, of course, because everybody will have their own definition of what is satisfying, right? And especially in the case of Attack on Titan, if you follow the manga, you spent so much time, so much effort, you invested in reading it so much. Everyone's definition of wrapping up all the loose ends, wrapping up the bigger storyline, that's gonna be different for everybody. But I don't know, if you do read the manga, if you do read Attack on Titan, what did you think of the final chapter? The statue wasn't where it is now when we first came here, right?
Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it?
Well, if someone moved it, it was probably Mask Star the Mask.
Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Ami while he stole the urn.
Hey, cut it out! You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. And the sign here? It says Origami.
No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters.
Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either because this place is a mess.
Yeah, so you should feel right at home, right?
Whoa! Sick burn, Maya. It looks like the door to the actual store. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there.
I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn.
Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. It's a hard okay for me, regardless of the ending and what people say about it, the journey is worth it. And that's what's important, I think, when you're reading something or just consuming any form of popular culture or media. The most important thing is, do you like it? And that is it. I don't think you need to be validated by what critics think or what everybody else thinks. What's most important is how you feel about the ending and how you feel about the journey. Hello, Lan. People said it got the code. Oh, the Code Geass ending, which is why Lelouch and Code Geass were trending on Twitter earlier. Okay, can you explain what that means, Lan? I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna be upset if you spoil Code Geass. And thank you for joining the stream. It's been a while, I think. Okay, nothing there. Okay, let's go. Oh, is there anything else? Statue, the pink paint. Okay, let's slide back. Lelouch, I think is the pronunciation. All I know, I did not watch this anime. I did not read the manga. But I remember that when I was in college, every edgy guy said that Lelouch was their favorite character, and I was like, okay. Most of the fandom, myself included, had mixed feelings about final chapter of Attack on Titan. Like, on one hand, it was not a strong end to a very strong series, it was a bit weird, and as well. And on the other hand, it was at least IMO a satisfying ending nonetheless. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing a lot of. Like, people wanted more from the ending, but it was okay. And I mean, if you again, what's important is if you liked it, that's it. That's all that matters. Lecrutch, I do not understand your Code Geass jokes, guys. Getting an okay from Bahoth from college seems normal. That is true. I did think a lot of people say I have very high standards. I would also say I have very high standards. So if an okay is not the best, but I don't hate you. I never watched Code Geass. I need to get to that sometime. It's sci-fi, right? Code Geass is sci-fi? if I understand. Okay, chat, I'm just going to make it colder because now it is very warm and I'm sweating, so I'm not even just gonna BRB, I'm just gonna stand up. I hope everybody enjoyed my chair streaming. It's a mecha anime. What about K? K is like, if it's just the letter, I think it's lower than an OK because you couldn't even be bothered to put 2 letters. It's just K. K is more inferior than an OK in my opinion. Should I spoil CG or nah? Okay, chat, please chime in if you're okay with Lan spoiling Code Geass. I want to know why the final chapter of Attack on Titan is being compared to Code Geass. But if you don't want to know, look away, I guess. That okay sounds like how I grade many of my papers. I also feel that way about a lot of I feel that way sometimes about papers. They're just okay. Go ahead. I'm personally not that affected by spoilers. I'm also not. A lot of people are though. Like I have a friend who, when the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer came out, he refused to watch even the trailer because he wanted to go into Age of Ultron absolutely raw. And I was like, it's just a trailer. And he was like, no, you don't understand. I need to go into it raw. Dr. Snorlax disappeared because he got transformed, so it's now Master Ditto over here. But yeah, I actually don't remember how Code Geass ended, but IIRC Lelouch, I hope I'm saying it right, organizes his death to bring back world peace. But I have zero idea how that applies to SNK because I don't read or watch. Okay. I'm cool with it. Code Geass's ending was good though, it made sense. Okay. Essentially, AOT's Code Geass ending is more tragic, like really tragic. I guess because don't a lot of the main characters die super early on? I think my favorite was... I don't really follow Attack on Titan, I just know a little bit about it and like the major spoilers because my friends talk about it all the time. So they told me about my favorite character, Sasha. The potato eating girl, and then I know. Okay, I'm just gonna end there. I think people who follow the series know what happens to Sasha. Maybe don't spoil it, Panda, because some people might wanna read or watch the series fresh, I guess. Ishiyama did say in one of the interviews that AOT would have a bittersweet ending, and AOT did essentially have that bittersweet end. Also, at least everyone was expecting it, I guess, in that sense. Neat. You can argue Code Geass had a perfect ending for this year, so it's very weird when the movie got announced. Okay, so let us continue playing. Yeah, go back to Adrian. Okay, let's save. Yep, just this one. Come on, stolen turnabout! Alright. So I guess we would present the urn for the first Psyche lock. There we go. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Kuririn village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how... What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again. Did you say... again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too.
Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why do you think it was broken recently? How you know?
I mean, if it's wrong, I'm gonna be so upset with myself. Got him. Is Code Geass... Oh wait, hang on. I heard the second season of that, though, was a car crash. So we're talking about Code Geass. Was a car crash that managed to perfectly parallel part its ending. Is Code Geass available on Netflix? I don't know. So if someone can make in a new tab, quickly check Netflix and get back to Panda, that would be great. I have no idea about a new anime actually. I think I've heard some stuff here and there, but I'm not seeing any solid confirmation. Speaking of Netflix, Extraction is a good action movie. What is Extraction, Panda? Was definitely more solid, I think. Yeah. Good evening, Avi. Thanks for joining the stream. Also, hilarious trivia nobody asked for. Code Geass was an anime I checked out because I was down bad for someone. I see. I should give it a go just to make sure I have all the old anime down in my belt. That's actually what I've been trying to do myself, like watch all the old anime that I skipped out on from before. Like I have already finished Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I haven't seen Kill la Kill, and people are saying, why haven't you seen Kill la Kill? If you've watched Gurren Lagann, you should watch Kill la Kill. And my friend, who is such a what's the studio that makes it? I hate it. It's escaping me right now. The studio that made Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill. Did they make Promare? Trigger, thank you. He's a massive Studio Trigger stan. He was explaining to me that Kill la Kill is actually talking about a society where he was trying to relate it to like Marxism because clothes talk about social status or something like that. I don't know. I guess I'll have to watch Kill la Kill to actually understand it myself. But I just know that clothes have powers. That's all. That's all I know. That's all I know. Pretty sure about Lelouch of the Rebellion, not sure about the other ones. On the topic of anime, I finished Watakoi and was great, so I'm on the manga now. Is the manga finished? Watakoi, if people are looking for a good series about being an adult weeb, then I would totally suggest Watakoi because it's such a feel goody anime. I feel like you will see yourself in at least one of the characters. It's really good. And I found it so quick to digest. Like I feel like I think it's around 12 or 13 episodes. I finished it all fairly quickly. Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann. By the way, the Way of the House Husband is on Netflix now too. Is funny. Oh my god, is that did they make it into an anime or a live action one? Because I have been meaning to watch that and or read that because I know it's very good. A lot of people have told me to watch it too. So now that you mention it's on Netflix, I feel like I will treat myself to that after I've finished checking. Extraction story is about a mercenary trying to rescue and extract a gangster son from the opposite gang's territory. The main actor is Thor guy, Chris Hemsworth. Is it Hemsworth? Kill la Kill is such a good over-the-top anime, though, and Tengen Toppa is a masterpiece too. So, because of this, I missed out on a lot of, I think, iconic anime. So I've been working my way back. Don't worry, guys. I finished very recently. I did His and Her Circumstances and Welcome to the NHK. They are okay. Like I feel like a lot of people spoke well about them when they came out, but watching them in 2021 is a bit hits different. Like, I don't think they're good. I don't think they're as good or as iconic as people make them out to be. Kill la Kill is fun. Premiere, if people watch that, that was good. And if you've been watching all of Studio Trigger's anime or a lot of their shows, and even the shorts, like I think Inferno Cop, did they make Inferno Cop? There are references to that in Premiere, and that was fun too. Kill la Kill is fun. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not gonna watch it. Down with the classist clothes. I almost bought the Figmas, but I didn't want to have the conversation of explaining those costumes to my parents. A very wise choice. Buy them when you move out. Watakoy is unfortunately not yet finished. Volume 10 is coming out in September. They also made a live action, I think, series or movie of Watakoy. Gurren Lagann is a good anime that is also animated by the people who made Kill la Kill. Yes, it is. Watched that already. Way of the House Husband is an anime adaptation. It's a unique way of doing it. It's animated almost like a manga. It's mostly filled with shorts. I love that, so I will definitely watch that on Netflix, probably in between checking or marking papers. Also, since we're talking about Studio Trigger, I will shout out Little Witch Academia, something that I heard a lot about but didn't really get into. I thought Little Witch Academia was like Boku no Hero Academia but with just witches. I'm not sure if that's the case. Not like fully fledged episodes or anything like that, which is even better for me because I found out that recently I have a very short attention span. Before it's so wild because when I was younger, like 52, like anime was like 52 episodes, 26 episodes. That was no problem for me. I finished Gundam Wing so fast. That's like 40 to 50 episodes. But now I struggle to finish a 12 episode, 13 episode anime. Okay, let's try and let's sort out this Psyche lock first, and then I'll get back to everybody's comments. Poster. The poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, "I am" on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says, "Ami." When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Wait. 4? And even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. He probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like she's not going to give up that last Psyche lock so easily. Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? God. Is it the picture? Is it the paint? Did the urn say... It says Ami now. Proof that it was broken at Lordly Taylor. So it can't be the poster again. Should it be the photo? Because it shows the box and then the paint splatter. Little Witch Academia is also good, but I only watched like 3 episodes, again from the creators of Kill la Kill. My friend described the anime adaptation of The Way of the House Husband as PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Okay, I am not sure what I'm going to present here, but this one seems like a strong candidate. Because we don't have anything else, really. The urn again? Let's check the profiles. I don't think so. Let's just submit the... this one. Okay. No, it's not! Okay, that was not the right piece of evidence. Okay. We are missing something. Buzzer, testimony, sacred urn. Well, Miss Andrews?
What is this supposed to mean?
There is pink paint all over this urn.
Hmm.
And there is pink paint all over the floor and the walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews.
But
Uh-oh. She's trying to make her escape.
but you can get pink paint anywhere.
Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure.
Well, there is in my room.
Liar.
Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, there's no proof that it's the same paint.
Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is... It's either the urn box or the picture that I tried presenting earlier. No, not this one. See, now I look like an idiot. This one. Over here. But I guess I'll show the urn box, right? Which was right. This box. The urn was stored in this, right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there's pink paint on this box as well.
Ah,
I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you?
yes, more or less.
The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it?
Yes.
If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken.
Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright.
Okay! All psyche locks have been unlocked, and we are at full health again. Okay, so let me just catch up to chat. It's super fun and easy to watch. The Way of the House has been worth watching bit by bit. Okay, definitely gonna put that on my to-watch list. What other anime are people following this season? Because I've heard there's lots of good anime. And I still have yet to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, which is apparently amazing and funny. But there's also Horimiya. Short attention span, how must be we all getting busier? Yeah, I don't know why. I remember I used to have a very long attention span. Like I could read a book for hours and just not put it down. But lately it's just it's not like that anymore. Which is why I'm a slow anime watcher. Lol, can't binge too long. Did the urns? Okay, yeah. Poor Andrews. Like, how many times does Firebird have to shatter her mind before he leaves her alone? Well, if she would just tell us the truth, Arg, it would make our lives easier. Should I prepare if I were to watch Neon Genesis Evangelion? I mean, I don't think so. It's just, if something confuses you, Panda, I think you can just look up a YouTube explainer video on Evangelion because there are hundreds, thousands of them at this point. Hello, Greg. Yeah, I am currently still at Adrian because we had a long conversation about the last chapter of Attack on Titan, if you follow that. Don't watch if you're tired. Yes, I think that would be the best piece of advice I would also give you. Like, don't watch if you're tired. If it doesn't make sense after, just watch a YouTube video about it. I'm scared because I know the ending would be a thing. Do I have preferred watch order? You watch for the experience. That is true. You also watch for the experience. But yeah, aside from that, it is an experience. An artistic experience. Finally. Shaman King. Yeah, I've heard good things about Horimiya. Looking forward to watching that too. Nah, I don't care for anime. So what do you care about? Or what do you care for, Greg? Hello, Insane Orange. The new Shaman King looks gorgeous. I wish all of my beloved childhood shows would be remastered in like Blu-ray quality. Hello, Emil. I popped off when Amidamaru said, "Yo, dono. I get more peer pressure from watching you anime than doing music, books, and Ace Attorney. That's pretty much it." I am excited about the next Ace Attorney game they're porting to PC, the Great Detective, if that's right, the one that's set in the past and with Phoenix's ancestor. Also, I got my first shot today. Hey, congratulations, Insane Orange. Hopefully by tomorrow I start emitting 5G Wi-Fi signals. Well, if you do, you're free to come over outside my house because we haven't gotten vaccinated yet. So we can take advantage of the 5G. Oh shoot, I can't transform Snorlax boy back. I should offer that option. Transform Ditto into Dr. Snorlax. Which were you able to choose which one it was? Insane Orange? Was it like Pfizer or AZ or Sinovac? Wait till you see your president shout. Okay, let's ask about the Sacred Urn. I'm so sorry. I was the one. What? The one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. Oh, I'm gonna screen cap that. You got some Titan fluid in your body now. Did you get the vaccine shivers? It's only a matter of time. It was Sino, but that's yeah, my doctor friend said that honestly at this point, getting vaccinated no matter what vaccine it is better than no vaccine at all, because all the vaccines prevent like 100% of cases death. So that's always a good thing, right? So if I got to have the vaccine tomorrow and it was Sinovac, I would totally not mind. My arm is sore and I had a mild moment of being out of it, but by the time I was in the grocery looking for cremos. I hope you don't get like the bad side effects, because my friends did mention that after they got vaccinated, they felt sort of feverish and had like flu-like symptoms, but those are totally normal. But right now, I am just crazy hungry. What are you gonna eat? Please tell chat in true Bahoth stream fashion what you are gonna eat. I am a terrible person. Not only did I break it, sorry, I thought she said break in. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did.
Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels.
That's so adorable, because Pearl broke the urn before. It happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. Fuck. When I tripped on a paint can and I lost my balance. I actually ordered 2-piece chicken from McDonald's, fended off my cats, made sinangag, had 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, and a bag of Marty's. And I'm still hungry. What percent of that do you think is the vaccine side effects, and what percent of that is just you? Now, I would like a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm very hungry. Hello, Comic Gamer. Thank you for joining the stream. I am doing good. I think it was just a very hot day in general here. I feel a bit accomplished though, because I did go on a run and I made like good time on my run, so I'm very happy about that. Also ran longer than normal, so I'm very happy about that. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. I have meds on standby in case of vaccine symptoms tomorrow, but yeah, take it easy, Insane Orange. I hope when I get vaccinated, the only side effect is to have a competent government. I wish the same thing as well. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. Crash. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. Oh my god! The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock and let out a huge scream. Poor Adrian, she doesn't get a freaking break here.
I can totally see how that could have happened.
Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Korean village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when I got the oh, sorry, Maya.
And that's when the I am got changed to Ami?
I didn't know how it was originally written. But any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami. Aw, Pearl.
Any sane person? Really?
Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storm and no one had seen it since then. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box, kept out of sight. Okay.
But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains.
Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Ami Faye statue. Aha! Ami Faye statue. I reckon it's partly the vaccine because I'm not normally this hungry. I will also line up for that tiny moving part. Aw, Pearl, so I cheated. I go straight on the final episode of Neon Genesis and it is indeed weird. I think it would make more sense if you started it from the start, Panda. As clumsy as Maya is, pretty sure Maya is much clumsier than anybody Firebird has ever met before. The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen.
But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall.
And?
I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. Same. Yep, but I want to save me some time. I think you could just watch a YouTube explainer video. See, I'm reading about a cheese sandwich made me hungry. BRB, I will make one too. As long as you make it like your boy Kenji Lopez alt. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange.
What is it, Pearl?
The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible.
She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews?
Huh?
What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? So weird that all good anime are about philosophical stuff reflecting on yourself. I think that's what makes the anime so timeless. Gintama though. But Gintama can also be about those things. Just more stupid.
Well then, who was it? Who would have done it and why?
On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? Carried into the basement warehouse the day of the crime, moved again that night. Intama, fun but very weird. Feels like a sitcom anime. Isn't it a sitcom anime? I feel like it's a sitcom anime. Because all the screen caps I've ever seen of Gintama are so dumb and funny. It looks like there is some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case.
Well, why? Why do you think so, Nick?
kept forgetting what episode I was on. Because that night, the real thief, Ron the Light, was at KV Security. So then why did another masked Star the Mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact?
The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. Ooh. It's a historically accurate anime. Hello, Undone. A friend once asked me to describe Gintama. Speaking of keeping up with anime, it was recently announced that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean will be animated. Yeah, I mentioned this on my other, like the last stream. What did I stream? I streamed Hades. Yeah, and I did mention it, but I don't think there were a lot of JoJo fans in chat at the time. But yeah, JoJo people rejoice. Jolene Kujo is gonna finally make her appearance. And the best I could come up with is take Rurouni Kenshin's setting, give it 4 tequilas, and give it another one while it is begging you to stop. I do like that description, and that is making me want to actually watch Gintama. How many episodes? 300 plus episodes of Gintama. At this point, I'm not sure what's going to end for. Like, is Gintama still ongoing? Because that and One Piece seem to never ever end. That and Detective Conan. Yes, we are fucking saving. Because this took so long. Gintama is done. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Billion episodes, you mean One Piece? Nobody can... You know what? It will be a cold day in hell before I start and finish One Piece. Anime also done. Isn't it like 300 episodes? Okay, finally, trial day.
Hey, Nick.
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Please don't tell me this is like a third-parter where I also have to solve the trial next door. Finally, I'm back, got lazy and brought Doritos and cake instead. What cake? What kind of cake and what kind of Doritos? Heartbreak. No, thank you. I'm sorry. It does take me a long time. Like, it takes me a while to get to the actual game because I like to respond to people in chat. No, thank you. I'll just admire One Piece from a distant place. Very good. I will as well. I do like the art though. When lockdown started, I thought, hey, I should start One Piece. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of One Piece. I'm more of aesthetic art, and One Piece terrible art. Yeah, and Hajime no Ippo as well. Like, anime is not on airing anymore, but Hajime no Ippo manga is more than 1,300 chapters. I still have not. Yo, who's next door though? Let us find out who is next door. What? What? Okay.
Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atlee's trial today.
Detective Atlee?
They say they're going to try him as Masked Star the Mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Masked Star the Mask's trial.
I know. Who is this? By the way, where's Pearls? Loving the character development on Ippo right now though. Cheese Doritos plus a triple layer. Wow. Chocolate cake. Not too sweet too. I had the best... Okay, I don't like strawberries. Like, I remember we had a conversation on stream like a couple of weeks ago about your favorite fruit. And then we had like a tier list about our favorite fruits. And I think I mentioned I don't really like strawberry. But my sister's boyfriend's aunt processed that, guys. So she's a baker. And she makes this really amazing strawberry shortcake. And I don't really like strawberry cake anything, but this one was so good. It wasn't overly sweet, it wasn't overly tart, it was just right. and it was like this massive cake. It took me a lot of self-restraint to not like finish half the cake by myself. And it was so good with milk and tea. I miss that cake. Oh, that is not a waifu. You have to solve the trial next door. You know what? Knowing this game, I wouldn't be surprised if we did have to solve the trial next door.
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
Who is this? It's so scary. If I were 10 years old playing this on the DS, I would be so freaked out. I know you don't like me. Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Oh! The guy we love. Please, don't ignore me.
Oh, Mr. Delight. Good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me, even if I killed someone. Well, not with that attitude.
Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer? No! I'm just a poor thief. I love Ron unironically. But if I'm being honest, Hajime no Ippo tends to drag on a bit sometimes. Oh, relevant to this chat, my sister ordered Lola Nena's. Hey! More people getting into those triple cheese donuts. I love to see it. I have had two. How did you like them? Please say that you ordered the triple cheese ones and not just the regular donuts, because triple cheese is life-changing. Strawberry cake. I want lemon tarts too. Will you hate me if I say we also have lemon tarts because our neighbors made some and they sent some over? It's Morikawa's formula, lots of development that is hit or miss and suddenly fighto. Pretty much, I'm a sucker for blueberry cheesecake. I also love blueberry cheesecakes. Okay guys, can we rank blueberry cheesecakes? Okay, so think of the best cheesecake that you've tried or general flavors that you enjoy. In terms of cheesecakes, give me like a top 3 cheesecakes. Because mine are very easy. Blueberry cheesecake, mango cheesecake, and then New York cheesecake. Top 3 cheesecakes. That is my tier list for cheesecakes. I love Ron, ironically Ron. Hello Hazardias. Thank you for joining the stream. I'm more of an apple pie dude myself. I love apple pie, and for the last couple of years, my birthday cake is not actually a proper cake, but it's an apple pie. I hope the pillows in your cell is warm. Greg, come on! Coming into the stream, hearing Lola Nenas. Did someone say Lola Nenas? I always like them. I am a longtime fan. I'm sorry that we are just new converts to triple cheese donuts. I swear, once this COVID has decreased, I'll buy some Lola Nena's donuts. You should, Panda, and tell us all about it. Lola Nena, guy from SpongeBob screaming chocolate. Lola Nena is really good, but makes you full fast. Purple oven for cheesecakes. My god, those are good cheesecakes. And bakery cheesecakes. I wish I had neighbors who send lemon tarts. I'll rip and tear on those donuts. Dye-up cheesecake from Chocolate Kiss. R.I.P. I do love the dye-up cheesecake as well. So dye-up is like Philippine lime, I want to say. I will order Lola Nena soon. I keep forgetting. This is your reminder, Heartbreak. Get on those donuts. My cheesecake tier list is apple pie, and apple pie. Fair point. Unfortunately, I'm the only person in this house who likes apple pie. So if I do get apple pie as my birthday cake, it has to be small because I'm probably the only one who's gonna eat it. I actually buy myself blueberry cheesecake every year for my birthday. Hey, I support that. Oh, by the way, people on Discord, we do have a birthday bot, so do input your birthday there. Just follow the instructions so that we can all greet you when it's your birthday on the Discord server. Tablea cheesecake is real great too. And yeah, I guess New York cheesecake. New York cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, and yes, type cheesecake. That is amazing. Now I really miss, like, tarty cheesecakes. We greet birthday homies. That is true. Ron's shoe size is bigger than my IQ. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Now, let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heists. I want him gone. I also want him gone, Greg.
Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option. Do we have to compete with the Mask trial? It's our boy, guys! Godot! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. I'm jealous of those who never met Ron. Okay, Greg, what is the best case in the last game? So tell me what I should look forward to while we dunk on Ron. Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot. Ugh, he's got the judge in the palm of his hand. I mean, same. Yet again. I won't tell, hey! Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. All of them are amazing, except this one. I am afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot. Huh. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war. But that's exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. Hello, Justin! Thank you for joining the stream. This one is great besides Ron. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. Everything Godot says is a quote. I do, like, screen cap every time he says something because I find it so cool, even if it's kind of basic. So, apologies in advance, chat. When Godot is talking, you will hear the screenshot noise. His body was found in the safe at approximately 9 AM on the morning of the 13th. Sweating Phoenix is a mood during meetings. True. Especially when you're not ready. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 AM of the previous day. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. Please don't compare him to a kitten. Kittens are cute. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness. Sexy Godot music. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. But the first one is always the best. Oh yeah, you guys know that Batman Ninja? What Batman Ninja are you talking about, Panda? Mr. Godot? Your witness? The best thing about Godot's quotes is that they all make more sense. They are foreshadowing. Oh, I did not see it like that. Has a judge in the palm of his hand, getting graybeard in the palm of one's hand isn't that hard. Like, there is half a brain cell between him and his beard. Okay, then. Let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? Maybe a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but... I mean, obviously, we are going to let him testify. I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. Batman that is set in Japan. 17, that can't be healthy. Yeah, I would say that would probably give him like hyperacidity or something. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. Batman Ninja is great in a ridiculous way. I see. It's healthy. Huh. You've got guts, try it. Will he ever get our name right? I don't think so. Alright then, Mr. Rondelite. Please, take the stand. Why does he have such a punchable face? You did it, didn't you? Yes. What? No. That's not true. For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever. He basically calls Wright dull. That's what trite means. I do know that's what it means, but I don't know if it's because he doesn't just bother. We're so irrelevant to him that he doesn't want to know our actual name or what it means. Also, where did his coffee slide from? I think he has like somebody just sliding him coffee.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
I think he says it on purpose. And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Ha! Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security? Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home. Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. My visit to KB Security. It's like a children's book. That evening around 1 AM, I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got had ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. Oh, it was very short. 1 AM. The exact time the murder took place. He probably has an intern do it for him. An unpaid one. The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Dang. Ha! It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny. Godot probably pays well. I hope he would.
You'd never know. You'd never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. That was very short. That was a very short testimony. It's probably going to be like, you know, it's going to lead to like 4 more new testimonies or revised testimonies. Okay, let's just press. 1 AM, huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes. That's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow. My journal clock was also a bit... 1 AM. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct? It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. It does like taking off your shoe after a long day of work. Okay, a quick question. Like, if Ron was fired over a year ago from KB Security, why does he still have a security guard or free access to the KB Security building? So, in the blackmail letter that he got, the security card was also there. I remember the DS function where you could press a button and shout, hold it if you wanted. I remember that too because my sisters would just be playing it and they would just be randomly shouting, hold it, into the speaker or into the, yeah, into that part of the DS where you would shout. And I was like, what are you doing? And they were like, we have to do it for the case. It ordered you there? It was the first time I got a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then? Oh, of course. Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please, don't say any more. Now, what should I do? Let's press harder. So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000. Money, eh? Perfect motive for committing murder. Oh, but wait! Wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway. Oh? Is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir. Huh. A muddy mudskipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Okay. Didn't scare me, it wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? Ron is like stepping on Lego. My younger sister and I used to bond over the Phoenix Wright games growing up because she wanted me to help also in solving the cases. That is so cute! We take turns screaming hold it. That is very adorable. I'm sure it was referring to the whole Mask Star the Mask thing. So, that's such a cute story, and that reminds me of me playing a very old PS2 game called Black with my sister. Because if anyone knows that, it's a very old shooter. It was also one of the best FPSs for the PS2. I think it's PS2 or PS3. I forget now. But it was so good. And the way my sister and I multiplayed it was one of us would hold the controller and the other person would aim. Like literally, that was their only job, to aim. And the other person would move around and shoot. And I was the aim person. I don't know, we would come up with very creative ways to turn single-player games into multiplayer ones. Kids have very big imaginations. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me. He didn't? Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. What PS2 FPS sounds familiar? It's called Black? I think it was PS2. Just as long as Desi believes in me. So that's why Miss Delight didn't believe you as Mask Star the Mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. Okay. Hold it. Used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. A security chief? You? And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Black, I had that game. I was super confused when I played it. Why were you confused, Justin? I remember that game, and that's such a cute story. I know a streamer couple who does something like that. One controls the mouse, the other the keyboard. That's so cute. Black sounds old Call of Duty-ish. I never finished it. In my mind, it's always a multiplayer game, not a single person thing. Because I was a kid, it was pretty hard, and if I were a kid playing it, I would be by myself. I would be so flustered and scared. But I was like scared of a lot of things. Revenge for an old grudge. A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject? Life after being fired while he was fired. Let's say, why he was fired? Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well, Black is such a good game. One of the best in its time. The technical lead of Black was the same guy who made No Man's Sky. Wow, I did not know that. And here I am in 2021 just asking them very politely to remake Black for the PC or even like PS4. I'll take it because that was... I don't usually play first-person shooters, but that was the best one that I've ever played. The old FPS I tried on console is Time Splitters and OG Quake, fun and janky games. I like Quake. I remember I played Quake, I played the original Doom, I played Duke Nukem 3D. One of my favorite games as a kid. I was a braver child than I was an adult. Well, the world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that. Quake, I especially played Quake 3. Resident Evil Survivor is for me. I have not played that one yet, unfortunately. Quake 3 still stands up for me, though. I should revisit Quake. Like, I probably won't play it on stream, but I will definitely look for someone else playing Quake. Quake 3 Tourney's the best. I unfortunately didn't get into, like, Quake as an esport. I joined them if they still have them. I'm sure somewhere in the recesses of the internet there are still people who do Quake 3 tournaments. Quake 3 Deathmatch is a great way to unwind. I should check these out. Defendant, please answer the question. Well, I needed money. You needed money? Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. Remember when Team Fortress was a Quake thing? Oh man, I feel old. Did you play Ghost Recon? I did not play Ghost Recon.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again? KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, we stole some data and sold it. Ghost Recon is tricky-ish like Hitman. As much as I love Godot, he has this uncanny feeling about him. He knows things he shouldn't. First he knew about Kane Bullard before the police, and now he knew about this. Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. What? I wish I had never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So you admit that you sold data from your company, is that correct? Yes. I'm sorry. This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony. Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse, crashed, and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. But we're gonna do it because we are Phoenix Wright. He fired me for selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know about that. Why would you do something like... Well, for Desi's hobby. What else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste.
So, Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
Not a very good basis for a relationship, especially a marriage, but honestly, any relationship. So it would seem.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples. Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least, that's what it sounds like to me.
Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful.
But if you don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. We have to go through everything again and check our evidence and find the... find the inconsistency. The contradiction. Blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. It was, right? Because of Desi. Okay, I'm gonna save first. Alright, let's look at our evidence. Publicity photo, the brooch, autopsy report, clipping, Kane's list, buzzer record, Ron's testimony. Let's present Desi's profile. Nice. Anyone remember the World War II games, Brothers in Arms? I vaguely remember that, but I never played them. I think there are lots of games that I feel like everybody has that game that we remember distinctly playing as a kid or seeing a lot when we were growing up, but other people don't seem to remember them. Like for me, it's probably the Neverhood, if people have heard about that. My dad was super into that game when I was growing up, and it scared me because it was claymation in a game, and I wasn't used to it. Brothers in Arms is on Steam now, right? I vaguely remember playing it with cousins. Well, Justin, if you want to go play it again, apparently it is on Steam. Sounds familiar, but I played a lot of World War II games on the PS2. I love Call of Duty Big Red. Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Of having a certain person find out your secret. A certain person? Got him! Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. You just don't keep secrets like that from your wife, you know? Well, but I... Listen to me. My Desi, she's... Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Call of Duty World at War is my favorite World War II game. I should actually play more. I feel like I should play more war games. Because the only ones I genuinely play are, well, Valiant Hearts and Valiant Hearts. I played... Does Red Alert count? I don't think so. Like more history type games. What else? I barely played Civ. I played Age of Empires a lot. For me, it's one of those Medal of Honor games that is available on the PSP. Yeah, Medal of Honor kind of... I don't know, I don't hear it around anymore. Did it fizzle out as a franchise? There used to be like so many of them. A good war game is the new Modern Warfare. Is it the one that's set in space? Ugh, good dough! Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault. But not that 6 Days of Fallujah. Oh no, no, no. Or the Battlefield series. Red Alert is, well, an alternate timeline World War. Nope, the reboot of Captain Price. Medal of Honor got overwhelmed by the recent FPS games. Yeah, it just disappeared. But it used to be pretty popular. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. Yeah, the last Medal of Honor game didn't do so well. When was that? Like, I don't even remember when the last Medal of Honor game came out. Battlefield and Battlefront are good current war games. See, that's a problem though. Like, I cannot differentiate them because everything is titled War something or Battle whatever. So I kind of mix them all up. We need to be more creative about how we title our games. Oh, no, everything is falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry. Well, it seems Godot just makes you work for him. Absolute legend. The only good Battlefront game is the one on PS2. Now we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. That sounds very Twilight Zone. Motive is clear. Let's move on. COD, as of right now, triumphs Battlefield, but the thing about those two games is that they are technically different. Man, OG Battlefront, janky Star Wars go. One is fast paced, and the other one is like a 1-to-1 military simulation game. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was amazing. I see. I played Battlefront 2 for hours every day as a kid. Ugh. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now. Tell us. We're all ears. There we go. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Now, I hate that it's very, like, on the, what is it, GBA version. There's no real outline, but here there is, so now you know it was Luke Atney. That could be anyone. Sure, it could. Speaking of PS3 games, anyone remember Bully? I remember Bully. I played it for like 2 hours, I think. I didn't know what to do, and I kind of gave up on it. The space battles in that were so good. I hope people are not talking about Bully. Otherwise, I missed out. We're so good, and the hunt mode and the heroes versus heroes mode was just awesome in Battlefront 2. Suddenly, I was hit in the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. Maybe it's Desi, she hasn't come that much yet. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to... That's such a meme-y face. Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead. I love Bully. Finish the love out of it. I see. Suddenly hit in the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Mask Star the Mask struck him on the head from behind. Of course, since Atney turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Huh. No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I really was attacked. We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Wright? Don't go easy just because he's your client. Okay, so we just need to trust Ron. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. Have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. Okay, let's do it. Might replay it one day, maybe. I remember unlocking the go-kart in Bully and riding that ever. I didn't even know there was a go-kart. It doesn't have Steam achievements, though. Rip. Played it, but I don't know what is the game's objective. Is it to be a bully? Or to not bully? I heard good things about Bully. Maybe I'll emulate it one day. I heard they're making a Bully too, but it's just a rumor, I think. Bully is on Steam. Someone get Bahoth Bully, please. No, I don't want to play that game anymore. It is against like what I stand for as a person. Hopefully, I am paid soon. Tabs in freelancer. As someone who has done freelance before, I also hope that you are paid soon. Insane Orange. Okay. Who was this suspicious shadow? If there were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I'd tell you. Trust me. His dodging all of our questions is not helping us win his case. Okay, then how is the victim, Mr. Bullard, at that time? What's so good about Bully? Because I really don't know. Speaking of Rockstar games, I remember playing Red Dead Redemption 1 for the first time on PS3 and just being shook if it was like the art and then the gameplay was pretty, at that time, pretty revolutionary, yeah, because it was so nice. It's more than just being a bully though. Bully is like GTA but school. I don't know, I like that game. What do you mean by how was he? I should try picking up Bully one day just for the kicks. I would check out the trailer first or check out some gameplay footage on YouTube first before you buy it so you know like if it might be something that you would be interested in. Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Forget it. Hello, our munchkins, and thank you for redeeming a random history fact. I know that I was a bit prepared before the podcast, but because we talked about so many things, they are escaping my mind. Oh, okay, so one pretty interesting, in my opinion, history fact is that, so if people know Game of Thrones, I'm pretty sure people know about the Targaryens and how in the show and the book series, the Targaryens practice incest, or like brothers have to marry their sisters, that sort of thing. So that is actually modeled off of the ancient Egyptians. So like Cleopatra married both of her brothers at different times because her brothers died mysteriously. So the Targaryens are based off of Cleopatra's family. Well, not just Cleopatra's family, but the ancient Egyptian pharaohs. So I hope that was interesting to you, our munchkins. And if you already knew that, I will think of something else. So just let me know. Red Dead Redemption, damn, that was an amazing game. I've replayed it at least 9 times. The stranger missions were some of the best. Like, what are the stranger missions in Red Dead Redemption? Because I just... like, the way my sister describes it is rooty tooty rootin' tootin' shootin' the game. And then I played Red Dead Redemption 2, and being even more shook at that game was so beautiful. It is, like, the times that I've seen my sisters play it, it looks really beautiful. And everything is so customizable. I find that so cool. Just keep at it. Keep it at that. I still haven't finished it. Okay. I do feel like it, something I'd like as something who... okay, it would be something you would like as someone who played GTA quite extensively. Thanks, it is. I'll go read more about Egyptian incest. Well, I am happy that now that makes you curious about Egyptian pharaohs. Died mysteriously. If you're a teacher who's done a lot of crazy stuff, you'll like Bully. Okay, I don't think I'd want to replay Bully then. I watched our Red Dead Redemption 2 and the story is meh, but man, the game is such an immersive experience. There is so much for you to discover in that game. Good morning, Mad Aloha. Are you off to work? I did crazy things, but I was never a bully. If anything, I was the bullied one. Same! I was always the bullied one in school. The story was meant to you. The story had me in the feels. I don't know much about the stories of Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2. Don't spoil people, guys. Yeah, sorry, Panda, you are just wrong. Okay, guys, everybody is entitled to their opinion, so keep it nice in chat. I got bullied, but I still finished it during high school. Okay. Let's continue this. Your forehead? Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. Yes, everyone is entitled to their opinions, guys. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. Do you remember anything about who hit you? Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit. So I think I was a little dazed for a while. Everyone has a right to an opinion, but that doesn't mean that all opinions are right. Some opinions are wrong. I mean, if it's about whether a game is good or not, I think everyone should have their own opinion. You can't deny how content heavy the game is. Can't spell opinion without I.
I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. That's what I. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. Red Dead Redemption, there was one stranger mission where there is some seemingly omnipotent person where he would ask you to make a moral choice and he seemed to know everything about you. It was so strange. I'm not done eating yet, lol. That was the best part. I'm at work. Okay, I hope it's okay for you to sneak some Twitch time in at work. Have a good day at work. If I spam stretch for my channel points, does this become an exercise stream? Please don't spam stretch. There is only so much I can stretch at the moment. That? Could you please clarify what you are referring to? Why, my Mask Star the Mask costume, of course. Wait just a moment. Mask Star the Mask? Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask Star the Mask. And then, I descended upon the office of the CEO of KD Security. What?
Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning to me either. Very specific how heavy the stretches were. The story, yeah, it's just subjective at this point. Yeah, I think it's like Attack on Titan yet again. What's important is, if you liked it, then that's what matters. Even I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait, that's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind? Ha! My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly. At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information.
Please update your testimony.
Witness, please correct your testimony. Bullied People Unite. Being a young weeb nerd was not a fun time back then, but yeah, I should try to game sometime. Seems like a great game nonetheless. Why were you dressed up as Mask Star the Mask? Why, because I'm Mask Star the Mask, of course. What are you talking about? Mask Star the Mask's trial is being held next door. Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Mask Star the Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe. Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than expected. Took a lot longer? What is he talking about? Press harder. What do you mean by it took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught in the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body. Oh my god. Why is Ron? Just why is Ron the light? Fuck this case. What was that? Back up a second. Yes? You were the one that hid the body in the safe? Well, yeah. Screw you, Ron. Ron, please. Did Ron just snitch on himself? He pretty much did. This is why you talk to your defense attorney. I want to say some more colorful things about him, but I won't waste my energy on this thing. That is very wise, Greg. And hello, Nicolo. Inconceivable! That was a Princess Bride reference. Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking? He wasn't. That's the point, Judge. It is definitely one of the well-known games back in the day, so yeah, maybe you should play it out of curiosity. Oh yeah, now I remember why I like this case, lol. Isn't hiding a body like a serious crime even if you didn't kill him? He played himself. As the son of a former prosecutor, I face-palmed. Is it hot in here? Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What? The answer is simple. When they take them off. As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. It is a serious crime. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer? Huh. So you're not as stupid as you look.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Okay, guys, so I am going to um I will end the stream when I hit the 3 hour mark for the stream. And right now we are currently at 2 hours and 35 minutes. So when it hits three, I'm gonna say goodbye wherever we are. I thought it would be shorter. Like I thought that we could totally finish it today, but apparently it's gonna take at least one more stream in my estimation. But we have like 25-ish minutes together still. Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Ah, well.
Yes. Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Tampering with a crime scene is a crime itself. I'll take a look at my budget after getting Monster Hunter Iceborne and the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Then I'll see if there is space for bullying. Assuming it shouldn't be expensive or take up too much hard drive space because it is an old game. Assuming Ron did kill him, lol, I never got to this game. I hope you're okay being spoiled then, Justin. Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving in over the Fairweather Judge. Just as death due to negligence, and that's another reason why Larry should be locked up. I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. So this will be an inconsistency or a contradiction with the time that they pressed the emergency button then? So a GM renamed my alliance name to Lollipop Monopoly. Kept the single L though. I approve of that. That is not a bad alliance name to have, Nicola. Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Well, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer. Why is he so stupid, guys? I hate this case. No, I don't hate this case because it gave us Desi, but I hate Ron. So I should make a clear distinction there. Ron, lol, Ron, stop. We gave him like 2 shovels to dig his own grave. Stop talking wrong, you absolute waste of atoms. That's not exactly what I meant. Okay, hang on, chat. I'm just going to... I like waste of atoms. I might actually use that in real life. Okay, hang on, chat. Okay, it was too cold. God, I hate Ron. Now I'm trying to think of the worst clients or my least favorite clients in the entire game so far. Gave him 2 shovels. Pretty sure Ron brought his own shovels. Man, chat, you guys are savage tonight. But I mean, Ron deserves it because he's so fucking stupid. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find this corpse, they'll think I did it. Huh. I think he had a simpler reason than that. Edgeworth was a pretty bad client too. We were, like, Phoenix himself was also a pretty bad client. Like, I hated him when he was on the stand. That was rough. Ron didn't just bring him, he DIY'd him. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. You know, I am surprised it took such a short period of time to hide the body. Because 10 minutes seems like a pretty short time. That certainly makes more sense. Hold on. 10 minutes?
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. He had a brain blast. Shout out to people who watch Jimmy Neutron. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it? Hello, Aaron. Well, they found it, so maybe he should have took more time. Jimmy Neutron reference. Let's go. Only good shows are referenced in this chat. Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh.
Hey, Nick. If you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence. Almost as if that's the entire point of this game.
We heard that from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we?
Calling Ron stupid would be an insult to stupid people. I was just watching Neutron the movie, Are You Witch? That is a great movie. You know, I watched that so many times when I was growing up. There was a time when I could, like, memorize all the dialogue from the Jimmy Neutron movie. There's not much in this testimony either.
I betcha he's still hiding something.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
Okay, so mirrors can't talk. Luckily for him, they can't laugh either. Okay, let's look at all the... I'll go through all the testimony, and then let's check our evidence. There's a suspicious shadow there. I was hit in the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. I've been killed if I hadn't been wearing my mask, the mask costume. Came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there dead. I panicked and hid the body, and the safe took about 10 minutes. I like how Phoenix has done so many cases, but every so often he still goes, that's it, I should present evidence, right? Like it's a novelty at this point. Okay, so it should be the 10-minute thing. He's so intense and light bends around him. Just keep coming up with these Ron Burns, chat. Okay. "1 a.m. Buzzer, Kane's list, buzzer record." Okay, I'm going to save first. It doesn't make things more complicated. Pretty sure Ron will proceed to make things far worse. He is still hiding something, so there must be something else. He's got that faraway look. The farther he gets, the better he looks. Still blows my mind that the voice actor for Carl is the voice actor for Raphael in the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Why? And later Donatello in the 2012 TMNT. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's do the buzzer record. Okay, good. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. What? If Mr. Ron the Light truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection!
Objection. It's so robotic when he does the objection. An insult is intense. I might use that one. That's just great. Huh. Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building. Objection battle! Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
Objection!
But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser, who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend, and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity, was not something Mr. Delight could have known. when people don't hesitate to speak their minds because they have nothing to lose. Feel free, my friend. In an arena of wits, he shows up unarmed. Ooh.
Objection.
So savage. Ooh, his visor lights up when he's mad. Huh. Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. You're just going at it! This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Ugh. And then frustration too, calmly sipping his 8th coffee. Fine. Let's hear your theory. Objection battle. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? So he fainted. Thank you, Panda. Who's chucking these coffee mugs at him? Who do I hire to do this for me? I don't exactly hate him, but if he was on fire and I had water, I'd drink it. And yeah, unarmed, also without his wits and after having misplaced or lost his brain somewhere. Keep him coming, guys. We don't bully each other, only Ron. That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. So, what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer. Order in the court! Mr. Wright, this is...
Objection.
This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard. Objection battle? And who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button. The obvious evidence here is that Ron is so dumb that head trauma clearly had to be involved. To Ron, so make a Wright take his parents as an example. Oh! So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene. But how? What is our evidence? Why is his mask smoking? Because he's upset. How convenient for the victim to be so super strong and dying so long. That is true, Hazardius. He vaping. Yeah, head trauma was involved, but not when you think it was. Like, he was probably dropping his head a lot of times in his childhood. He must have been born in a highway because that's where most accidents happen. Oh my god. Okay, let's look at our evidence. It wasn't Kane. Well, it didn't have a fingerprint, so we don't know. Wait, wasn't he wearing gloves? Wait, where's the promotional photo? He's wearing gloves. And the thing doesn't have a fingerprint. So it could be the buzzer itself? Okay. Let's try. We saved anyway. I can prove it all, right? Yeah, I can totally prove it. The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. Please be right. His birth certificate is an apology letter from the condom factory. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for. The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it? It's about what's not there, Judge. Absolutely not. Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth. Before or after the doctor's... Oh my god. First try, let's go. The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue. No, I'm the one who's clueless, which is not a first for the Judge. Lovely as he is. This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally, he would have left his fingerprints behind. He spat on his coffee! A weird sword might also have played a role in knocking Ron out. Ron, the light. Obviously wiped them off. Why wouldn't he? A guard could have come in at any moment. He touched that button. I know he did. This is the most objection battles I've seen in one case. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask Star the Mask. And Mask Star the Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints? Yeah, not first for the Judge to be clueless, and I suspect not the last one either. Order! 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 Well, it would seem. I've been forced to eat crow.
I wonder what blend number crow-flavored coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
Oopsies.
What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? Huh. It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
They're on to you, Nick.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m.
And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right?
The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond. Good night, Emil. Is crow coffee like civet coffee? It probably is. Forced to eat crow is an actual expression. I bet it sounds better in the original language, whatever it is. Yeah, eating crow means having to eat your words. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well, then. You've got some guts. I like that in an opponent. Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? Okay, it's not to find out what it did, because Maya is not the killer in this case. And that's not something only Maya would do. They didn't mean to call the security guard. Okay, let's chat, so let's process it. So, my thinking is the real killer could have pressed this emergency buzzer to call in the security guards. And then the security guards would find Ron's body, would find Ron and assume that Ron was the one who murdered whatever, Kane Bullard. Ron is living proof of God's sense of humor. To call the guard and frame Ron, maybe. So that's what I'm thinking as well, so let's try that one. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say that the killer called a guard on purpose? Yes. Although as it turned out, he never showed up. I would think it's the second option because it would frame Ron. It's probably it. And everyone was correct.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
Huh. What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in? Nuh-uh. No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, was already dead. The defendant, Ron Delight, was out cold. And the 3rd person, the real killer. It's because crows are carrion eaters and considered repulsive to eat usually, so eating crow is like having to eat something you don't want to, i.e. admitting a mistake. Ron is as useless as to UE and Q. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight. And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer. Sense of humor that would require Ron to be a joke, and his very existence is a mockery of humor and jokes. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Delight for the murder. Ooh. I really like Godot's design. I thought he would have a witty comeback. Order, order, order. Huh. It would seem I've been made to eat my words again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take. With a cup of coffee.
Here's the reason why the gene pool needs a lifeguard. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait. Wait a second. I'm the one and only Mask Star the Mask, so...
Nick, you mean the real killer is...
We're going to drag that person in here right now.
But who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. I love the dramatic pauses Godot takes, same. My name is Edgy Wedgie Godot is not as much fun, aww. Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard? Thank you, outline. Silhouette. Detective Luke Atme. He's the only one who could have done it. Luke Atme? You mean Mask Star the Mask did it? Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Mask Star the Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard. Gives everyone virtual text cookies. It's debatable who is better, but Godot is much more fun. Maybe we need to see his funness unfold. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder, which is the more serious crime? They're not even close. Murder is a more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment. Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke Atme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, the famous detective was unmasked as, well, as Mask Star the Mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. To be found guilty. Mask Star the Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Mask Star the Mask was Luke Atme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. A guilty verdict as an alibi. You know, it's almost time. For what? for Luke Atmey's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. Alright, so people who have played Ace Attorney in the past, is this gonna take much longer, or can we wrap it up in like under 30 minutes? What do you think? Wait and see, bro. It's the first case he's in. Yeah, I think we have to give Godot more time, and maybe we'll warm up to him like we warmed up to Edgeworth. Greg, is it gonna be like much longer if I'm assuming, haul in Luke Atmey? Or can we do it in like, can we finish it in one stream? Because I would rather finish this now, actually, so we can do a fresh case the next time. Not too sure, it will take longer, but it won't go beyond this trial day. 1 hour at least. Okay, so maybe not then. So let's just wrap this up. This is the last day for this trial. Okay, so let's just wrap this up. And when they bring in Luke Atmey, what do you think? When has anything in this game taken little to no time? Somebody told me that, one of my friends told me that the cases in this game are either really short or really long, and there's no in between. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. Mr. Luke Atmey's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal. Okay, we have to present a piece of evidence. If you would judge Edge from the first case, only he would be a total dick. Am I really sure about this? Huh. I bet's only good when your life's the ante. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight. Wright and Delight. It's like a tag team. So, please, I'm begging you. Thanks. But my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? I mean, it's just Ron, right? Phoenix. What was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice. It sounds like... Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Huh. So that's your answer, huh? Very well. I have decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atmey to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. This guy! Well, Sir Detective Atmey, please don't ask why I've given him like a horror movie, like an Igor villainy type voice. I don't know what else to use for Payne. What is his name? I'm calling him Liam Payne, but that's not his name, right? Liam Payne is a One Direction person. Edgeworth literally did nothing good in the first case, but that's fine. I like Godot. He's a coffee drinker, and I am also a coffee drinker. Goodbye, Arg. Thanks for hanging out. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Atmey. You're the one who... I'm sorry, I don't know why I laugh. It's just like a younger version of the judge. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds that the defendant, Luke Atmey... Canadian judge. Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please. Well, Sir Lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom. Oh my god. Okay, I understand now. Who's this Ozare? Apologies to the Canadians and... yeah, just the Canadians in chat. Those eyes. I forgot those eyes. My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. And I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me. Accusation? You accuse Mask Star the Mask. That man is not Mask Star the Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. Well, what? See, the only Canadian accent I remember is from this really old movie called Strange Brew, which my dad made me watch when I was a kid. And I don't know much about how Canadians sound like the Canadian accent, but I do know that they say OU really weird, like couch or something like that. Let us savior. I feel my soul leaving my body. Okay. So let's just do this and then I'm gonna end the stream after. My sis? I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. You don't need to worry about Canadian Judge. Everybody hates him. Okay. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream here so that the next time we pick up, it's gonna be like at the start of the recess. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on the stream, for following, subscribing at any tier level, or donating to my new monitor fund. Even just hanging out in chat helps. Like, I enjoy learning about everybody, learning something new from everybody. It's always cool to have everybody like just chatting in stream and helping me along the way. So please stay safe, practice physical distancing when you go out, or a face shield and face mask if you need to go out, and stay hydrated, and don't forget to be good and kind to each other. Actually, I am thinking of streaming tomorrow around the same time, or maybe around 11 p.m. GMT plus 8, because I usually have a Friday night commitment, but I don't tomorrow, so I thought maybe I'd do something extra. So we'll see. I'm kind of forcing myself to finish this, so I might finish this case tomorrow on that stream. So if you are interested in that, please do join me then. And I'm calling myself out. I'm committing to it, so I'll actually do it and not just say I might stream Friday or Saturday. I'm gonna do it. All right. So if you're interested, please join me tomorrow. And yeah, if you're not a member of the Discord, please join our server. Everybody is friendly and very chill, and yeah, more friends to make there. All right, guys. Nice back-to-back stream. Let's go. And I will probably stream more when our vacation finally rolls around, but we will see, of course. And I'm also going to try streaming around Saturday mornings or NA time, so after lunch for us in Southeast Asia, so around 1 p.m. to 2 p.m, probably something like that. So we'll see. Okay, so that's just for the future. Alright guys, I will see everybody tomorrow at around 10:30 to 11 p.m. GMT plus 8 for more of this case. So if you want to see how it ends, if you want closure, I will see all of you guys then. So take care, good night, and goodbye.